shake your body right. Work, 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 work it all the time. Should I not sing it?
No, I think it'll be fine.
Senora, she is a shaken, and I am also shaking. That's that. The right
That's
thing.
not it.
Senora, she is the shaking, and I am also shaking. Everybody is shaking, and the people are shaking, shaking, shaking. Jump in the line, take your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, work your body on time. Jeremy, I've been watching a lot of Narcos. You know what Narcos does for me? It makes me aggressive. That's what Dad says. So to recap,
I would think that Dad would like Narcos.
he doesn't. He doesn't watch it with me. It's too violent.
He liked like violent stuff.
Well, he likes choppy, but straight up violent. Kids, I'm gonna tell you something, Jeremy. I like.
That's
No,
good to know.
I take that back. I don't like violence. That's untrue. But what I will say is I believe that in its entertainment form, I believe there's value in violence. And I enjoy it.
And fake violence.
Fake, of course, fake. But in particular when it's depicting something that really happened. Because I find that very interesting to just see. You know? Also, like, Lord of the Rings, you know, like the Avengers, and like Marvel movies, like, I think that the violence is a big part of those stories.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that adds intensity and sort of gives this like high drama and sometimes it's downright cool, the things that they do.
It is cool.
So there's where my stance on violence.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, I know. I'm just trying to explain it to you how I feel.
Do you think that even fake violence depicted in movies, like,
Makes me more
perpetuates real violence in the world?
Totally.
Is it okay?
I mean, it's a good example. Like, okay, it's hard for me to totally understand this, but for example, yesterday I was feeling some angst because yesterday I didn't have anything planned. I didn't really feel like leaving the house, but I was sort of annoyed at myself for not leaving the house. I wasn't being very social, but I also wasn't being that productive domestically. It was just sort of a weird day, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go home to New York, and everyone kept asking me, are you going home? When are you going home? My friends were like, come out, and I was like, no, I'm staying, but at home I wasn't really, you know, okay, anyway. So I was feeling a lot of angst and anxiety, but rather than doing anything about it, like getting exercise or being productive or writing, I just sat and watched TV, more specifically Narcos. And as you know, as I've just said, I'm pretty comfortable with violence. I actually can sometimes maybe get a kick out of it. For example, some of the things that I've enjoyed most in my life, entertainment-wise, have been violent movies. Not because they're violent, but they have been violent. For example, Peaky Blinders. I got so into that show, like nothing else. Like I was like so obsessed with it. That is an incredibly violent show. Almost to a point where it's like some people can't even watch it, it's too violent. And I've also always been attracted to Lord of the Rings. Like that's a violent movie. Anyway, so yeah, I have a high threshold for entertainment depicted violence, I would say. Not a lot of phases me. It's hard for me to be like, oh wow, that's like too violent, you know? Especially within the context of like a historical, something that's being depicted from historical fiction. So, Narcos happens. I watched the first 3 seasons of Narcos, and they're all about the Colombian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Pablo Escobar, the coke cartels, like, it shows the bad guys, quote unquote, of like the cartel leaders, and it shows, and their families, and it shows the good guys, you know, the DEA agents from the United States who moved down there to like try to help. And you know, it's just fascinating to me on so many levels. But it's a violent show. So 2 months ago, they came out with another season. It's a different Narcos, but it's still Narcos. So it's Narcos Mexico. And this is all, it happens a little slightly later, but like in the midst of all of this. And it's all about the Mexican drug cartel, specifically related to marijuana. couple episodes that I've been watching have had violence in it that I've just been uncomfortable with. Like, it's so violent and, like, to the point where it's, like, shocking to me, which, like, says a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday I went out on a walk with Dad at the end of the day, and he perceived me to be acting physically violent towards him. And
You were?
that's how he perceived me.
Were you pushing him or something?
I mean, maybe I was, like, doing threatening
Did you touch? Did you
behavior.
like physical contact?
Yeah, there was physical contact. But I wasn't, like, trying to beat him up, okay? He's saying he has merit. But I wasn't, like, hitting him across the face, you know? In fact, the only violent act that in retrospect I would say happened was when I, like, booty bumped him into a bush. But that was because he hit my head with a water bottle. No, not a water bottle, a water jug. A big one of those water jugs. Smacked me in the back of the head with it. And I was like, Dad! And so I booty bumped him into a bush. Because that hurt. Nothing that I was doing was actually violent until he did that. So he believed that I was watching too much of this show and it was making me act violent. And I think that there's trueness and fakeness to that. I don't think that Narcos made me be violent, but I think the fact that I was feeling anxiety, and then I was watching this violent show where people don't really have, like, filters of their violence. They sort of just, like, if they're upset, they smack people. That made me be more violent. So, you know, what effect does violent entertainment have on people's violence? Does it make people who aren't violent? No. Does it make people who have maybe a predisposition to be violent or a reason to be violent or anger or whatever, does it make them utilize violence to express their emotions more so than maybe another outlet? Yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Making sense.
Hands on me. He can't go giving students stuff like this. That's why he wouldn't say it was from him. Said,
I
in
think it's
case some
copyrighted.
kid like Malfoy said it was
I don't
favoritism.
know. We'll find
Hey,
out.
Harry. Ron gave a great whoop of laughter. Malfoy. Wait till he sees you on this. He'll be